Many of you, when you come into a gym, see the weights and automatically head there. But there's so much that we need to do to prepare the body to be able to handle the load. One, assessing posture. If we just grab a weight and just start moving without proper alignment, then the distribution of the weight is not in its efficient or mechanical advantage. We can create dysfunction. We can create a lot of issues if we're not loading the body properly, if we're not breathing while we work out. Whenever we hold the breath, it's signaling the body that we're in danger. So breathing through allows the nervous system to receive the input of training, mobility, whatever the thing is that you're working on. So just remember that beyond just grabbing a weight and starting on your set, thinking about things like posture. So there's an easy way to look at certain joints or areas of the body to ensure that you're mindful of your posture. One being 5 checkpoints, looking at, let's say when you're doing a standing exercise, your foot position, so making sure that your feet are even, unless of course you're doing something where you're creating an uneven load on purpose. But even then, we're looking at knees. So generally we don't lock out the knees unless of course there's something specific we're doing that requires that. So adding a little bit of softening of the knees helps take the load off the low back. When we lock, it throws the hip forward, and generally there's tension right here in the low back. So creating that grounding effect. So not only mechanically, but energetically, grounding, feeling connected to the ground below you. So we've looked at our feet, our knees, hip, looking at the placement of making sure one hip's not higher, making sure that we're not excessively arching the back or excessively tilting the pelvis under, but finding that neutral position where we're engaging the glutes and core. Then we need to look at the chest and shoulders. So we've got feet, knees, thoracic area, so chest and shoulders. Making sure that, let's say we're doing a curl, that we don't have the shoulders protracted, meaning pulled apart and forward, that we're engaging, pulling the shoulders, engaging the muscles of the upper back, making sure that we don't have one shoulder higher than the other. So we're engaging that lats, the serratus. A lot of muscles involved in the stabilizing of the joints, depending on what type of movement. Again, we're talking, let's say, a curl, single joint movement. So not bringing the elbows forward when we're really working the bicep, because that would entail shoulder flexion, which we're likely not trying to target while doing a bicep curl. And then the head and neck position, looking at, we wouldn't want to be looking this way while we're curling, turning the neck, so keeping it in position, thinking about ears lining up with the shoulders, and that the head's not forward too much. So, and that we're not tilting the head down or looking too much. So again, that alignment is so important. And all we described as a simple exercise like a bicep curl, that many people will just grab the weights and just start going without checking all of these areas. Being more mindful, being more intentional, engaging the whole system together is going to create a lot better results, a lot more functionality, and you'll burn more calories. You're going to be more input, more focus, and you really, it's very hard to be thinking about things that don't really matter in the moment of you training. When you're training, the goal is to be focused and in the moment with what you're doing, from your posture to your breath to your mechanics to your focus and gaze to the thoughts and the energy. All of those things, I know it seems like a lot, and it is, but as you continue to implement that intentionality with your training, wait till you see the results. It applies into many areas of life too.